What's up, everybody? Welcome to another installment of the Mature Ejaculation. Have to keep my mask on because some of y'all fools don't think that Uncle Rona's still out here. Y'all better put some respect on his name. The weather's getting warm and y'all out here acting a fool.
That's them niggas.
Yeah, them niggas. Y'all better put some respect on Uncle Rona's name. We in the building. We got my man G Gorgeous in the building.
I'm sorry, I'm G Gorgeous, my fault.
Way to go, G. My man R&B Reed.
What's up? What's up?
My man King Picasso in the building.
Yes, sir. King Picasso in the building.
My man Gift of Gizab.
Yo, Humble Entertainer, what's up, kid?
What up? And co-hosting this week, MC.
MC in the place to be. What's up, man? What's up? Speak to me, my man.
We got a little surprise. We got
Wait a minute, bottom shelf. I want you to introduce yourself.
Wait, what's your name?
I know you got the mask on, but talk to us, man.
Oh, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Jordan said I'm good. I mean, in true Zoom fashion, all y'all know what we've been doing in Zoom. We be business on top, nothing but fun on the bottom. Shout out to Rihanna. She got me in that Fenty Savage X holographic fashion. Thank you. And y'all know, stop fronting. Y'all not wearing no pants in them Zoom meetings. Bottom shelf Steph in the building.
Yes,
we got a guest.
And talk to us, bottom. We got our wet spot guest tonight. You know what I mean? We got Miss Alexandra. You want to talk to us? Tell the people about yourself, what you do. Talk to us about who you are. Speak to us, because we're about to put you on the wet spot. You know that once you're in the wet spot, that's it. You gotta go hard or don't come at all.
Well, hello everybody. I'm Alexandra. I am, I'm Dominican heritage, born and raised in Harlem. I've worked in fashion for years in sales and continue to do so. I'm in the insurance industry now, I should say, and I'm excited to be surrounded by this group and apparently dive into a wet spot.
Oh, behave. We are here tonight. MC, you know, I'm gonna let you talk to him.
So last week, Alex, I know you saw the show. We talked a little bit about, are men and women equal in relationships? That was a huge topic. And we just want to piggyback off of that term. We brought you on so you can kind of enlighten us, enlighten the women, enlighten the men in terms of what's your opinion on that? If any feedback you can give us on that piece, because we had 3 men on this panel who believe that men and women aren't, equal in relationships. So what's your opinion on that?
It's funny. I wasn't going to watch the show because I wanted to come in without any, bias, without any preconceived notions about anybody. But I decided, obviously, I'm going to need to know how this actually works out and what's the format of the show and how to kind of interject when I need to. And now I'm ready to come in hot. Pretty controversial opinions last week. That was pretty interesting to hear. I mean, I think if we're talking about inequality, what's the definition of it, right? It means that somebody thinks that they're superior than another, correct? So somebody needs to be inferior, right? And that's interesting because I say to myself, so do men want women just to put up and shut up and lead? I understand that, men could lead, women could lead in all different kind of ways. But there was somebody, I think it might have been, was it G Gorgeous? I'm not quite sure who it was, but somebody mentioned the worth and men's worth and how no woman is worth the same as a man. I thought to myself, was that not you? Okay, I thought I called you out. Okay.
He was joking.
Interesting because I thought
that was mine. But I was being facetious. It was my lead-in because I'm totally on the page of men and women are equal.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, I mean, on that, what measures worth, right? I mean, is it because, you know, men can ejaculate from their, you know, protruding appendage? I mean, is that what we're talking about? Because women can squirt, and if that's a pissing contest, I mean, it's a fair game. So I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking to myself, when it comes down to it, there's different roles, and obviously in a relationship, husband and a wife, a boyfriend, girlfriend, they do different things. They offer different things. There's no measurement when it comes to the equality, because I think, you know, they're able to bring in an income, they're able to take care of children, they're willing to cook and clean. So, I mean, other than that, the one thing that women can do is actually, like you guys mentioned, bear the child. So if we're talking about inequality, then I see it's like the women have the upper hand. So.
Okay. Gorgeous. Any questions you got for Alex?
I mean, I got a couple, but we're going to have a wet spot check where we ask our questions, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So really quick, like, you know, last week MC mentioned like teamwork, and I was just like, you know, if everybody in the team is equal, and he's like, yeah, right? And my thing is, the epitome for me for teamwork is a human body, right? Because every organ in your body is working together for one goal, that's to keep you alive. Yeah. Now, the brain is arguably the most important organ in the body. And then they say the liver is next, and then the heart. But I'm gonna say, just for argument's sake, I'm just gonna use the brain and the heart, for example, right? Now, let's just say the brain is the woman and the heart is the man, right? If you go brain dead, they could put a machine on you and have you just lay there but still be alive. But if the heart starts pumping, it's night-night, right? So my thing is, in that situation, I mean, how are we not saying the heart is is not equal to the brain, is what I'm saying. If one can't survive without the other, well, one could survive with the other. Why are we not saying the heart's the most important organ in the human body?
What the fuck am I listening to right now, man?
Wait a minute. When did we?
Are you shitting me with that one right there?
No, we are arguing like things being on the same level, but not pans out to be equal. That's what I'm trying. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I understand what he's saying.
I'm a little bit lost.
I was in the back of science class for a second.
But do you know that when you are brain dead, right? Your brain is not functioning. Your heart is still pumping. You're technically not alive.
But
theory.
But again, they don't code you as dead until the heart stops beating.
But they give you the name brain dead.
Brain dead, but not dead.
Yo, look, I don't want nothing dead. I don't want penis dead, brain dead.
But either way, okay. But before we get too deep in what we're not talking about, I was just trying to make
thanks, Dr. Gorgeous,
a point as to how two entities could be important but not equal. That's what the example I was trying to make.
This is G Gorgeous Anatomy.
So what you think about that, Alex?
Well, I understand that analogy, and I see what you're trying to say, but you mentioned right in the very beginning that it's teamwork, right? So in a team, whatever it may look like, it's more than one person, right? Two people, there's no I, right? I mean, is that not like what we always hear? There's no I. So one needs to, obviously, to make a team requires two people. Otherwise, it's just you on your own. I mean, and if it comes down to, if we're talking about who's going to be the brain and who's going to be the heart, if anything, the woman, because I know, for instance, let's say, for instance, if you're in a relationship, let's say you have kids, whatever it looks like, husband and a wife, if the woman dies, right? How does I'd like to see the day-to-day actions when it comes to a man, because I'm not going to lie to you. Normally, what would happen is that a woman's going to step up, right? The mom, the sister, or not, it's going to say, you know what, we're going to have to rally behind this guy, or, you know, our husband, our brother, or son, because, you know, now he needs to take care of the children. He needs to support the household. He has to work. Now, think about this. When a woman, let's say, for instance, that the man dies, what's the day-to-day look like? The same. She takes care of the children. She's able to support it. Nobody's rallying behind her, regardless. I'm talking of the income. Let's just say, for instance, the day-to-day actions. I do believe that for the most part, the women will be able to continue it without much change, while men will have, obviously. I mean, how long can they hold?
All right, Picasso.
Oh,
Picasso.
Wait a minute.
Picasso, wait a minute. Picasso, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you something that is totally false, because I think if a man died and a woman had kids, the family will still rally behind either parent. So I don't think that's true at all. But I like the analogy G Gorgeous made, but I like to say it like this. And I thought about this all week because I knew we was doing a part 2, but I like to look at it like this in real estate. You can have a house that's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, right? That's 1,500 square feet. You can also have a house that's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, that's 3,500 square feet. Are those houses equal because they all have 3 bedrooms, because they both have 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a living room and a kitchen? No.
So Craig is the doctor and Cass is the carpenter. I just want y'all to
That's called real estate. That's not building nothing. Carpentry is building, but that's real estate. Anyway, those houses,
Back in the class.
the value of those houses are different because the characteristics that those houses are made up in. One may have high-end finishes. The other one may just be a basic setup. It's
hold on.
It's about what they're made up of. The things that the functionality of the house. The bigger house may have more functionality, and that's all I'm saying. When I say, we're not equal, I'm not trying to say one is better. One is not better, but I'm just saying they're not equal just because they have the same attributes of 3 bedrooms.
Real quick, you're saying the houses are the same size with the same amount of bedrooms and bathrooms?
Oh, I know. I said the house. You can get a house with 1,500 square feet, and you can get a house that's 2,500 square feet. But both have 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It's going to be the characteristic. One may have a finished basement. One may have an unfinished basement. One may have a den. This one may not have a den. The living space, the square footage, those are the things that homes are measured or valued by. So we can't just look at and just say, oh, a man and a woman. There's the attributes. That's what I'm saying. And I feel as a man, with the attributes, the one and only thing I feel like I can't do, and not all we're talking about relationships, not parenthood. Men obviously physically can't breastfeed, but other than that, there's nothing that I don't do right now when it comes to laundry, cooking, nurturing my children, all that. I do it all, and I'm not speaking for all men. My wife does it all too. But what I'm saying is I don't see it as there's nothing that I can't do. So I can't say that I'm less than what my wife can bring to the table. But I can say another thing when it comes to protection of the family. That is something that I can do, and it's something that I do. And most often, most women are not well suited in that skill set.
Rick, R&B Reem, what you got?
So I want to touch on the whole house theory that you have. You're right. The attributes are not the same, right? Women, their attributes are not the same as men. So like, if we go there, because you said the one thing that you can't do is breastfeed, but that's not true. The next thing that you can't do, you can't bear a child for 9 to 10 months because that your attributes aren't the same.
Not all relationships have children.
Huh?
You're talking about just a relationship.
I'm just talking about what women bring to the table as far as what men brings to the table. Protection is something that we bring to the table, granted. But like I said last week, I'm going to say it again. When the man is going down, let's say there's a robber in the house, the man goes downstairs and he's protecting the home. The woman is still protecting the children, regardless of what. She's not sitting there as scared as the kids are. She's there as another protector as well. So she's not there like, honey, make sure you beat up the big bad guy. She's like, kids, do this. I need y'all all together. Don't worry about it. Daddy got it, and we're gonna be okay. So like, she's like the part 2 of the protection. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be here like the big woman advocate, but as a man that's married with daughters, like I got to be realistic. And I grew up with women. Women were able to mold me to be the man that I am today. So like, I think you're not giving as much credit to women that you should, because that whole protection thing, the way my aunt raised me is, my heart don't pump Kool-Aid. So you're telling me that your heart, women's heart pump a different kind of blood because you a man? No, a woman could be as strong as a man could be if they want to. A woman could put a brother down if they wanted to. So you can't look at women and feel that they can't protect their children by any means just because you're a man.
Alex, wait a minute. Alex, what's your opinion on that, Alex?
Well, when it comes to protection, right? I mean, I could buy a gun and I could just shoot somebody, right? Easy as that. It's there's nothing. I'd say that when you're talking about you offer protection, I understand that, but a woman can protect herself at the same regard. I mean, I could use weapons at any. I mean, just as good as you could. It's the same idea. I probably could, if I had a gun, obviously I'd be able to defeat this person, whoever is coming into my house, even better, right? A little bit more easier than, let's say, for instance, if we didn't. So regardless of it, I mean, I could protect my home. But I do think that when it comes down to it, men and women, when you talk about equal, and you made that reference when it comes to the house, you're talking about attributes and they're not the same. But what does that have to do with the equality? I mean, things could be made up differently. We're all different, right? I mean, we all look different. We are come from different places. I mean, if you think about it, you know, races, like everybody's different. They are not the same. But are we not equal? Are we not? Do we not bleed the same? Are we not humans in one particular? So we're all equal in the sense that we can't do. And the one thing that, I mean, I think Reem mentioned that women we can bear children, we can. So if anything, if we're measuring, if you're talking about being unequal, then we have the advantage. We do, because we can do something different that you cannot.
Bottom shelf, talk to me. You laughing over there.
Bottom shelf. Ooh.
Talk to me. Bottom.
Listen, I must agree that they bring forth life, right? And they also have things within them that can then sustain life, such as milk, you know what I mean? And things of that nature. There are just things that a woman provides that some men can't. Although we are a part of the child making process, we are not part of the child bearing process, but then we rejoin again for the child raising process, which is why I feel like we're equal. So I agree with what she's saying, but here's my question as a transition. You said that you were along with the whole situation as team, right, Miss Gruyan?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we are a team, right? So when the Knicks come out to play basketball, all the Knicks are wearing blue and orange, correct?
Yeah.
If one of those players comes out with a Bulls jersey on, is he on the team?
Not really.
Because here's my question. When you marry a young man and you hyphenate, you are basically putting on another jersey. Would you not say that?
Yeah.
Would you say that you are in favor of non-hyphenation?
You know, I actually am in favor of non-hyphenation. I think it's busy. And
wait a minute. You think it's what?
Busy.
I think it's busy.
Busy. It's too much going on.
I love my heritage. I love my family. I'm actually a daddy's girl to this day. I would love, you know, I carry the values that were instilled in me. And I mean, I have a huge family. I got 28 aunts and uncles. I've got cousins like you wouldn't believe. I love them. I incorporate them in my life. But I do think that if I decide when I marry, I'm joining a family and we're creating our family. So I don't mind taking on that name and starting the family there.
Gorgeous. What you think about that, man? The hyphenation thing.
Yeah, as y'all know, I got 2 boys, 2 girls.
Okay.
Right. And I've actually physically said this out loud to my kids, which is my sons. I said, listen, guys, my name is gonna die with the over there, but you gotta carry my name on. Because in retrospect, that's what it is.
Yeah,
you know
but okay, you tell your sons that, but so what would you tell
if you only had girls?
Who are still pretty young now? What would you tell your daughters?
But that's what I just said. I said to them, yeah, my name is, once you've got to the age where it's time for you to get married, my name is gonna die once you transition.
So
that's what I'm saying.
So you're okay with your daughters giving up their last name?
Absolutely, because if I'm gonna marry someone and I'm okay with them giving it up, then of course I have to be okay with my daughters giving it up.
Okay. So your sons is gonna obviously bear your name.
That's why I said, boy, you better carry my name well, as we're gonna have some problems.
Picasso, what's your opinion on that one, Bella?
So here's the thing, and me and my wife had this conversation because she's a professional in her career field. and so am I. So it came down to the point.
The choir's still out, brother. The choir's still out.
Yeah. So it came down to the point where, whether she was gonna hyphenate or not. And my thing was this. And the visualization, when your father walks you down the aisle and gives you away, that is him giving away that last name. And then pastor says, who gives this woman to this man? And he says, I do. That is him detaching the last name and saying, I am very good and comfortable with stopping it where it is and passing my daughter off to carry the torch in that last name over there. That is what that is. And anybody who can't see that, I don't understand what's going on with them, but that is exactly what that is.
So let me ask you a question, Picasso. Would you be okay if your wife said she has to hyphen? You wouldn't be okay with that.
No, she doesn't have to hyphen. That's an option. That's a choice.
Oh, come on.
And
no, if you're okay, brother, are you okay?
Okay with that?
No.
If your wife said
we had that conversation. No.
You wouldn't be okay with it.
No, I would think we still have some conversations to be had.
Gift the gab, what you think? Would you be okay?
I don't play those games.
Say it again.
I don't play those games.
Say that again. Gift the gab. What happened?
I don't play those games.
Gift a gab. Where to do that at?
Yes, sir.
Where they do that at?
You want to keep her name? She could be single or not married.
There we go.
I got
R&B Ream. R&B Ream. I mean, you're married, man. What if your wife said to you?
Hold on, my man, Gift the Gab is chopping it up.
Yeah,
my bad.
I'm saying, as far as me, like, I don't play those games. Number one, and number two, I have too many letters, and then like Alex said, it'd be too busy. It'd be too busy.
That's it.
It's too busy.
Didn't write it on the Scantron, huh?
Right, it's not enough bubbles.
It's not enough bubbles for that.
R&B Ream. I mean, you're married. So how do you feel about that?
I'm about to be 10 years in the game right now. And I can say 10 years ago, I thought that it wasn't okay to hyphenate your name. But as the time went on, I have a stepson, and his name is hyphenated. And it's hyphenated with part of his mother's name. So we're raising a family, and he's the only one that doesn't have my last name. So I felt that it was kind of unfair that he's the only one in the household that shares a last name with someone. So I went back. We went back and hyphenated her name so he can still share a name with someone in the home. So that's what makes, and I'm not really trying to go and say
that's commendable, brother.
That's commendable. That's a personal
That's
trait.
Commendable, brother. I took you off the list, but you back on. That's commendable.
Real mature, my brother. Real mature.
Very mature.
So let me just say something, man. Like my man Bottom Shelf, if you don't mind, I'm putting it out there. A couple years ago, Bottom Shelf and I had this conversation, privately, and he was very adamant about, like, a girl has to take his name. Like he won't even show up at the wedding. You know what I mean? He don't play those games either. He don't play those games either, right? He's like, he ain't showing up. Like, if you don't agree with it before I even get down on my knees and propose, like, I'm not okay with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that girl, and for all the women out there, Bottom Shelf needs a Martin. You know what I'm saying? That's a Martin. That's it. No hyphen. So Bottom Shelf, I just told a little bit of your story with that. Right. And are you still, and this was a couple years ago. So Are you still feeling that way? And if so, tell us why.
So I actually didn't cancel one, but I postponed a wedding due to that fact. And here's my thought process behind that. So most people may not agree with this, but me, I feel like a woman gets an engagement ring and then they get a wedding ring. men get a wedding ring. Right? So here's my thing. The ring of honor that I wear is that the woman that takes my name is bestowing upon me the privilege and the honor of walking into a room with my surname, proud to be attached to me. We are a unit, we are equal, we are on the same team. So that is the way I look at it. And I will continue to look at it that way because when I run out of the tunnel into the game of life, I want my wife to be wearing the same jersey that I'm wearing.
Yo, I gotta tell you, bottom shelf, your sports analogies that approach your life, they be so good. They be so good. It's so good.
Way to bring that around.
I want to, MC, I want to clarify one thing really quick before we go on. You said that you and Bottom Shelf had a private conversation a while ago.
Yeah.
You and I have a lot of private conversations. I'm just saying, please, my brother, let's keep our conversations.
This shit is on the world wide web.
I'm begging you, please.
And then he asked him after, can I have permission to say this? Like,
well, we had a private conversation, so we're gonna go ahead and go, brother.
After I take all your clothes off, do you mind if you're naked? Do you mind?
No,
please, MC, I'm begging.
Only because it applies to this situation. But yo, we're gonna take a little break right now. Yo, Alex, you're about to be on the wet spot. We have a couple questions for you, but we're gonna stop right now. We want to talk about what you're drinking. You know what I'm saying, before we move forward. But you know, right after we talk about our alcoholic beverage, we want to make sure that we're about to get on the wet spot, man. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go back to I got the Ciroc. I don't know, this thing has been really, doing me right. So I got this little with the mango punch Minute Maid. You know what I mean? Bottom shelf. I know we always save you for last, but I want you to go second right now. Talk to us. What you drinking on?
I'm keeping it simple.
Alex, I want to tell you, it takes him about 5 minutes to tell us what he's drinking.
Okay. All right. I'll hold tight.
Right, so listen, right? Because my drink is simple tonight, I'm just gonna pay our bills. We got my man Allen Iverson. Georgetown is back in the dance, rocking them Concord 11s. What about the dope ones? You heard me? Go holla at them. I know y'all filled out your brackets, and tonight, versus. This is New York City, but we got the Wu-Tang in the building. And my man Raekwon the Chef versus Ghostface tonight at 8 o'clock. You will already have seen it by the time.
White Owl, baby.
Can't wait. Light that joint, smoke that joint, and whatever else.
Cracks
drinking.
Combination, babe. My eyes bleed.
Suggested to me by Miss Rodriguez, a Lambrusco Italia. It is a red, soft, lively, semi-sweet wine, and that's what I'm drinking tonight. I'm keeping it mature, Mr. Gorgeous.
I co-sign it, my brother. Co-sign.
Don't co-sign it yet. That shit got a screw top. You better relax.
It's all good. It's a Lambrusco, man. It's good. It's all good.
It ain't right.
It's all good.
Got a cork in sight, man.
Be Gorgeous, what you sipping on, big homie?
As usual, they say the liver is the second most important organ, so I'm supporting mine. And I am drinking some Chateau Saint Michel Riesling. That's my grape, guys.
Picasso, sip on it. What you sipping on, big brother?
Bringing back that Brooklyn shit. That do say.
Do
say
it's a cousin.
With a little bit of pineapple, just a splash, just a little bit of splash of pineapple.
Nice. KID, what's up, kid?
What's up, kid?
Gizzy, what's goody? What you sipping on, man? What's in that glass over there, big brother?
Yo, so I was feeling mature, so I don't know, I feel like a mason jar is a mature glass to drink out of. So I'm drinking out of a mason jar. But shout out, like Bottom Shelf said, you know, I'm a rock niggas this summer. Shout out to Raekwon and Ghost. I'm a rock niggas this summer. Ooh, niggas don't even
Oh, God. No.
You know how I'm gonna rock them. I just got the
Whoa! The Irish!
So you know how I give it up. I'm going dark.
I
And I got
James,
the stout.
son.
I got the stout edition. You know how I feel. You know how I feel.
Boom, Mandingo.
St. Patrick's Day
Real
shit.
bottom shelf is
R&B Ream, what you got over there, bro?
Never settle when you drinking that kettle, baby. That's what I'm drinking, man. Y'all making me nervous with the shit y'all got going on, bro. Over there. Lord.
Alex, you on the west spot, so we saved you for last, man. What you got in the glass over there?
I actually have the bottle here. So I'm drinking Chardonnay, 19 Crimes.
Okay.
Oh, I heard about that.
It's a cork, by the way. So
Cork.
don't
Can't you like
need to
play
judge.
it? You can put it on the thing, and then the person comes alive.
Yeah, it's got like a graphic. It's a website. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I think Snoop Dogg just came out. I've tried his new red one. It's pretty good.
He got a red. Yeah.
Very nice and smooth.
Yeah,
I co-sign that also.
We reached a segment of the show, Alex, where you're about to be on the west spot. We got Picasso, we got Gift to Gab, and we got that gorgeous mofo over there. We got a couple questions for you, man. Like every show, we about to put you on the west spot. So, gorgeous. I know you. I spoke to you earlier. You said you got a couple.
Absolutely.
You said you got a couple. So
all right.
I'm waiting. There you go.
Let's hear one.
All right. Mine is a little seriously. I just bear with me for a little bit because it's a combination of different things I want to get out really quick. So I'm gonna do that as fast as possible. So if would you be as honest and objective as possible, I'd appreciate it. So in the question of equality, right? And I think the thing that's making it so difficult is the actual word of equality, right? So a couple of scenarios for you, right? If you found yourself married, because the three guys that disagree was MC, Reem, and Steph, right?
Yeah.
So if you found yourself and married to Mike, right? And you guys are successful with 2 kids, and for whatever reason you hit hard times and you're now in the shelter and you're going from shelter to shelter, right? Would it be A, more than likely for them to say, damn, Mike fucked that family up, or B, Alex fucked that family up? Just A or B, quick answers.
I'd love to understand who they are. Is it society? Is it family? Because family will probably always say that it's men.
Okay.
So anybody,
that's fair.
Who is they?
Who is they?
Oh, so they is both society and family.
Okay.
People.
Well, I think it all depends. I mean, who's managing the money? I don't know. I'm to be quite honest with you, it could go both ways. I mean, it all depends.
But more than likely, just more than likely, what would they being family and society, what would they more than likely say? Would they say Mike messed his family up or Alex messed his family up? More than likely.
I don't know. You know what's so funny? I mean, if I'm just thinking about it, if I was looking at a family member and that happened, I'm thinking in my mind, who's the one who's in drugs? Because I mean, like what is the circumstances behind this? I wouldn't just automatically assume, because let me tell you something. What if, a man could have made bad choices, the woman could have made just as bad choices. And I mean, I'm not quite sure if you think about it, shouldn't the other person be able to manage it?
They both
messed up. Are you just gonna die, drown with the ship?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. What the fuck? How are we in the shelter?
Yeah, next question.
All right, so moving on to the next. So the next question is: you're now married to Steph, and you're home at 2:00 in the night. You know what I'm saying to you? And an individual comes in the house with just a baseball bat, right? And he comes in and ties you guys up and beats you up and rob their entire house. Yeah. Who are they more than likely to say caused that to get that far? A, Steph, or B, you?
This is horrible. First of all,
I would say the individual who came up and got us both tied up and beat us up.
I'm blaming Alex because Alex could buy a gun.
So you're telling me that if someone breaks in the house and you're there with your man and you just happen to get tied up by this one guy, they're not gonna say, "Damn, Steph did not protect his family"?
Can I tell you one thing? I watch a lot of scary movies, a lot of thriller. I love nothing but serial killers. It's my favorite genre to watch things. I never in my mind say, why didn't the guy do this? If anything, I'm thinking in my mind, the girl could be quicker. Why isn't she giving a call? Like, who's not calling the cops right away? That's what I like to know. Because men love to go out there and beat somebody up, but why isn't the woman just calling the cops? Why isn't anybody calling the cops?
I'm got any more questions, Greg?
Last one.
This is
So now you're now married to the light-skinned Reem guy.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
And now you got a private plane and you're about to fly to the Maldives for vacation. Plane crashes on a desolate island.
Mhm.
Now, months go by, they can't find you, and they eventually find you guys, and you guys are deceased, right?
Yeah.
Who are they more likely to say did not get this family to safety?
Oh, well, you know what?
Reem.
Hold on.
No, stop.
This is good because I
No, gorgeous.
actually
Chill.
truly believe that men would
Wait, were
die
you a
first.
pilot?
So the man would die first. You know why the man dies first? Because they're normally bigger. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's the case all the time.
Right.
But they need to have a certain amount of vitamins, certain amount of food to intake. If there's no food resources, the woman's going to be able to outlive the man because they're smaller. They're able to, I mean, the way that the makeup works, you got if fat stored is going to be the best thing, and muscle dies quick. So
I know that he's a doctor.
Alex, I think he's trying to say that the moral of the story is that men is supposed to protect the home. He's supposed to be the one that's protecting you on all levels. So if we're stranded on an island, the man is supposed to build a boat out of palm trees and, sail to shore. If we get robbed, regardless of what, the man is supposed to beat up the robber, and save us from being robbed. And what was the other point you made?
Yeah, if you flew a plane,
in the
crash.
No.
The
The one where I said, if you guys end up in a shelter because
if we end up in a shelter.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna counter that. This brother Picasso literally just said to you that his wife is a professional. So if Picasso loses his job, his wife is gonna be able to hold it down. That's just gonna happen. It's like that's how you gotta look at it.
All right, so listen. So I hear you. So if we could get to the other person, the point I was just trying to make is, it's my opinion that I think in each one of those scenarios, the men would be the one who carry the most blame for any one of those situations. That's all I was saying.
Here's the point.
Yo, wait a minute, bottom.
In 1986,
wait a minute,
that's
bottom.
when that was.
I'll wait.
Wait, gift the gab. Talk to us.
All right. So I like to play a little game, right? They know it's a
It might be a game of one question.
Wait, it gets worse.
Let it be one question. That's it. It's a game, but it's one question.
It's an association game, right? So I'm gonna say a word. You're gonna tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. You associate. Okay. All right. So first word, trust.
Consequences.
Damn.
Yo, she is good as shit.
He didn't expect that one.
Respect.
Love.
Money.
Power.
Virtuous woman.
Decent man.
Submission.
Strength.
I always struggle with that one.
Last one. Sister wife.
Bullshit.
She said bullshit.
You drink to that, Alex. Drink to that.
Round of applause, Dan. Round of applause.
Oh, God, we can count on you, boy.
Oh my God! Well, let me tell you
That was
something.
fun.
Next, and that was.
Picasso, you up, big brother?
Go to the next. Go to the next.
No, you're the third person. You're the third person. You the GOAT. You the GOAT. You the third person who agreed to women are not equal to men. So here we is. We here with the wet spot member, which you obviously is a woman. Like, what are some questions you have for
Adam's apple?
All right, so let me say this. Would you be okay with being a stay-at-home wife?
No, I've had this discussion with the person I'm with right now, my boyfriend. I would not be okay. I would want to work, and I would want to have shared responsibilities when it comes to taking care of children.
What? It's impossible.
I mean, you can still share responsibilities to taking care of children, but anyway, all right. So
Don't stop there, Picasso. You made a point. Go continue.
I was saying. So would you be okay with him being a stay-at-home man?
Yeah, that's fine.
Boyfriend.
Oh, you can put that apron on.
Yeah.
You
I
would
mean,
be-
I just know myself personally. I want to work. I want to create. I want to do something, and I have outside of the responsibilities that come, at home.
Okay. So now, if he tomorrow, how long you been with your boyfriend?
It's 2.5 years now.
So, do you have a time limit for him to propose to you?
Yeah, 6 months.
That's interesting. I do not. I do not have a time limit. I think that there are a lot of things that I personally want to do before marriage. So I want to get those things in order. So in my mind, there isn't really a particular time that I'm thinking, okay, people would say it's 2 years now, it should be time. I'm not quite sure what society finds the standard to look like, but that's not the way I think. I think when we're ready, and we'll know that together.
So you can go steady for 10 years.
To be quite honest with you, if that's the case, that's the case. I mean, Oprah does it.
Holy shit. You got sisters?
I do not have sisters.
God damn it. God damn it.
You have a particular
He's trying to get you.
do you have a particular guideline with a ring that you have when he proposes? Hopefully all goes well, he proposes. Do you have a particular guideline as if the ring has to be a certain amount of carats or worth a certain amount of value or anything? Like,
no, I don't, but it definitely should reflect my style and who I am, because in my mind, I think to myself, if you give me something that doesn't suit me or isn't anything that I would like, I'm like, you don't know me. But when it comes down to, the amount of money it is, I'll be honest with you, I'm a believer of, even speaking further on now the wedding, and now I would rather have our life secured before we would spend money on a wedding, before we would spend money on a ring. Now, if money's no issue, I want the biggest and the brightest.
right. And that's cool, and that's the very I don't think anybody would answer that any different. In regards to that, if you had the money, you would want it all. You know what I mean?
That's right.
That's good.
I ain't gonna
Now,
say nothing to
are
you.
you going to hyphenate your name? In the event that all goes well, are you going to hyphenate your name, or are you going to let it go?
So this is interesting because I mentioned before, I definitely don't feel the need to hyphenate, but I have a question, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
And it's something that Reem kind of touched on that I thought to myself, I'd love to see how you guys feel about it. So I have a daughter from a previous relationship, of course, that I was not married. And initially I wanted her to have my name, my last name, because we weren't married. And in my mind, I thought, I want my child to, if I go to school and they're asking me, hey, Miss, whatever, her name is Tolliver, Miss Tolliver, I'm like, that's not my name. My name is Gudajong. I like to share that. So it's funny how, Reem, when you mentioned, that stepchild of yours and all that regard. Now looking back, I understand why that was an issue and why her father was like, hell the fuck no, she gonna have my last name. I understand that and I respect it, and that's fine, and he has it. But I think to myself, what if he literally left the picture and now she carries his last name and I don't have an affiliation with it. I to be quite honest with you, would want to hyphenate if we were not married.
So now, if you were
wait, Picasso. I want Reem. Wait, Picasso. She mentioned that to Reem. Reem, what you think about that?
I think I agree with you when you speak on the hyphenation piece, right? Because we don't know how things are going to play out. So especially if you have a child with someone that you didn't marry, to have that, I don't want to say out of wedlock, but it is what it is. You want to play it safe, because that you don't know where this relationship is going to go, but that child is yours. You want to at least be able to say, yo, I want that child to have something of me as far as name wise, because of course your child has your bloodline and stuff like that, if we want to get all technical. So I agree with you. You do know that, well, if you want, you can change it all you want if you really wanted to, but I get what you're saying. In hindsight right now, it's 2020. Had you known before, you could have, You could have stood up for it, but I get your child's father's perspective as well. He's like, it was supposed to have my name, but again, with the equality piece, you honestly called the shot on that one, and you gave him that permission, because if you didn't want it, believe it or not, as tough as we are as men, shit ain't moving if you say no. So
right. So here's where I say it falls back to it's a personal choice whether you hyphenate or not. Yeah. And I'm just saying, if he wasn't able to make that commitment before the baby, then why give him that energy to make that commitment afterwards? But and I've seen also instances where people don't hyphenate and they go through with it, and then I've seen videos on the internet, shit go viral, but I seen the child who turned 18 was able to change his name to the stepfather's last name because the stepfather was that influential in his life and give him that gift on Father's Day. So I've seen that before as well. So I think it's all more a matter of personal choice, but I would say my last question, since you said you would hyphenate, if he said, well, then I'm not going to marry you unless you hyphenate, then what will be your decision? What will be your choice then?
You mean like as if he wants me to,
if he says,
make sure that my name is included?
He says, I'm not playing that game. What would you do?
Well, that's interesting. I'd want to know the intentions behind it. It sounds a little aggressive, when you're saying it as if like, I'm not quite sure how this is going to end up, so let's just keep yours just in case. That's how it sounds like. If it's just like, hey, you know what, I want your heritage included, I'm down, of course, let's do it.
But what if he says, hey, no, this is not for play. Like, I want you to have my last name, and if you're not ready to have my last name, then maybe we should not be moving forward.
Well, I mean, I'm on board with definitely taking on the last name, so that's fine. I mean,
it's hard, she doesn't.
Yeah,
hard for her to say.
I'm definitely on board on that. That's for sure.
Oh look, Reem, do you have a question? I'm gonna wait.
You know what's weird? You're pointing in that direction, and on my screen, I'm above you. So I'm like, hey, go
and we're not equal. We're not equal.
I'm above you, nigga.
We're not equal.
My question is really cut and dry. You're a mom. We've had this debate probably at least 2 times on this show or off the show. So you know that they say the pregnancy is a 9-month term. But in all reality, it's 10 months. Do you agree as a woman that it's 10 months and not 9?
Well, medically it's 10 months.
Thank you.
As you said that, can I say something? Can I say something real quick? This is how we are not equal, because in those 10 months, you can make one baby. In those 10 months, I can produce life. I can produce life 30 times if I wanted to. I can bring 30 people in the world.
He didn't say that he was wrong about the 9-month piece.
Wait, hold on. I can bring 30 people in the world or more in the world. Every day I could bring a person into. That's how we are not equal. And I'm glad.
Well, let me ask you a question. Are you going to be able to manage these apparently offspring that you are now left with, right? Because if not, then yeah. Because guess what? The one child that I bear, I will manage that child. I will.
Okay, but the question isn't finance. The question is equal. This is how we got to this show. The thing is equal, and this is how men can produce babies, a baby every day.
But that doesn't make you better. If anything, what makes you better?
Like I said on the last show, the babies come from this sack.
Can you take care of those children?
No.
Answer that question. No, answer her question. Can you take care of all those multiple children?
Will you?
Yes.
So you can take care of 15 kids right now.
Oh my God.
Hold on. So you're trying to tell me you haven't seen reality shows, the TV shows with 18 and whatever or 16?
I'm asking Picasso, can he
make it happen?
15
to a different set of circumstances, but they make it happen.
I'm asking my brother King Picasso if he can take care of 15 whole living human children today.
Go do what you got to do as a man.
Kaz,
All right,
Kaz,
Do what you got to do.
listen.
yo,
Wait, gorgeous. Go ahead, gorgeous. Go
It
ahead.
was good. I like that. Was
He
was
went
go-
already. His
wait, hold on. I was
multiple
just I was gonna tell Kaz to get his toys and get out the sandbox, brother. Pick your toys up and walk out the sandbox, please, bro.
Yo, G
fin-
Gorgeous
fin-
trying to get a divorce.
Finish
Yo,
this. Yo, pick
listen.
your bottom shelf. Finish this segment off. Go ahead.
I just want to bring it full circle. So after Alex, after Mike takes you to the bottom of all bottoms in a halfway house, and I let you get tied up and beat up, and Kareem kills you. Because this is what
That's what
Gorgeous
gorgeous.
said. After all that is done, right? and we resuscitate you because I don't want you to die. I don't want you to die.
Thank you.
That's gorgeous. G Gorgeous is a killer. He wants you to be broke. He wants you to be abused, beat up, and tied
Wait.
up. And then he wants you to die in a plane crash. But that's not me. I want to tell you, so I want to ask you something
Oh, this nigga is
from the
stupid.
bottom of my heart.
Okay.
Because this is the West Spot. And I want to take you on a little journey.
Okay.
And there was a previous show where we talked about, as men, the pressure, the undue pressure that you ladies put upon us when you walk toward us in a nice outfit,
Okay.
nice jeans, nice shirt, and the battle that we have when we are forced to make a choice if we are with our woman to look or not look back at it. And all I want to know from you, Alex, is when you put on the jeans that are fitting just right and the shirt, and you like, you know what? You look in the mirror, mama, you killing them today, mama. I can't wait to hit these streets. Respectfully speaking, and you walking by, and you know what you saw in the mirror. You know it's going down. You know. Do you realize that it's about to happen when you walk past that guy or those guys that they are going to look back at it? Do you know this?
Of course she does.
Oh, okay. So you're asking me if when I dress up, if the intention is for that to happen.
No, not the intention, but
Okay.
you know when you're walking toward them, they're gonna look. They're gonna look.
I mean, well,
Keep it
I'll be
real,
honest.
Alex. Keep
I'm gonna
it
be
real,
very.
Alex.
You wanted me to be transparent.
Keep it 100.
You wanted me to be transparent. I'm a confident woman. I'm very secure, and I did it for a reason. So I'm looking for a reaction.
You Kareem.
Yeah,
Kareem.
really quick. Hold on, real quick. On behalf of myself and these 6 extraordinary gentlemen, you were
Five, you make the 6.
amazing.
5, you make
Seriously.
the 6. But yo,
No, you were a great
Let him
guest.
finish real quick. He
5,
gotta
you make the 6.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
enough.
but
Multiple
real
choice
talk.
rank.
But yo, just to end this segment off, Alex, we're gonna put you on the West Spot with this last question, and the fella's gonna answer this too. You know, love languages, right? We talk about physical touch, acts of service, words of affirmation, quality time, gift giving. How do you like to be loved? What's your love language?
Yeah. It's more mental on my side. I won't lie to you. Gifts, I buy the things that I. That's not a stress. That's not a stressor. I like PDA. I don't need it. It comes to that sometimes. Sometimes I want it. Sometimes I don't. So I don't need it to feel loved. But I do want to be listened. I want literally like the words that are coming in my mouth to be
Understood.
retained, and I want to hear them back, in a certain sense. Like I want to understand that, okay, you heard when I said that, because now your actions are reflecting that. So that's what I want.
So
That's
words of affirmation is your thing, like.
Yeah.
If you had to
I mean,
choose one.
I want to make sure, I just want to make sure that you're listening to what I'm saying. And if there's something that's irritating me or bothering me, or if I like something that you're taking, you know, you're acknowledging it and you're trying to do it. Yeah, that's all I want to hear.
Gift the gab. How you like to be loved, my homie?
That was so gay.
Struggle for love, ass.
How you want to be loved, big
I
homie?
know, right? Nah,
Tell him, boo.
what was it? The physical touch and acts of service.
God damn it, man.
Gorgeous, talk to us.
Listen.
Gorgeous, talk to us, brother.
I like stuff to be done for me that I can't do myself.
What can't you do?
Listen, brother.
Oh, this bro, yo, you brought up the six. You brought up the sixth love language, yo. What
nasty,
the
G.
sixth love like, yo?
You better be more open-minded if you can't do it yourself, man.
Nasty. You nasty. Freaky.
No, but listen. No, wait. I like what she said. You know, I'm pretty capable of, you know, providing for myself and buying myself stuff and all this other stuff. There's just certain things that I can do for myself that if that gets done, then
my God, there's only 5.
Gorgeous, of the 5 love language, how do you want to be loved, brother? Like, talk to us, bro.
Okay, I
like a
want
man. Just
no,
like a man.
What are the 5 anyway? I
mean, AG,
just like a
gift
man.
the gab. I mean, gift the gab. I mean, my bad, gorgeous.
Yo, y'all be talking about me, son.
I finished a whole bottle of wine. Come on.
So what?
Okay, all right.
No, wait.
Okay,
the thing is, you guys, wait.
Hold on. Go ahead. Let him give the.
The thing is, in an old episode of ours, you the one that referenced the book. Gorgeous, you said that you and MC had a conversation about this book, the 5 love language, and all of a sudden you don't know.
Yeah,
he did.
Talk about conversations.
Yeah, okay. It's so funny that this guy pops up with epiphanies when like you know what I'm saying? You're like, now you remember.
Gorgeous. Physical touch, acts of service, words of affirmation, quality time, give. Where you at? How do you like to be loved, brother?
Acts of service.
Acts of service. Okay.
What's an act of service?
What's an example? Oh, okay. Picasso, how you like to be loved, big homie?
Yo, so let me tell you, my love language is not any of those, and I
knew it.
Come on, man.
I will repeat what I said before. I will remain consistent on this. And as my brother Reen referred to on one of our shows, the song is by SWV. I need understanding. Understanding is my love language.
I'm done. Yo, close.
Understanding.
Okay.
It's not SWV, sir.
No. Not Escape. My bad. Escape. My bad. I had. Oh, no. I'm running low on the beat.
I don't know why you say like that.
Wait, hold on. That's because I was listening to SWV before we got on this joint. So Escape. Yes.
We need to have a drink limit.
No drink limit. What are you talking about?
We may need to have a drink limit.
We home. We ain't driving nowhere. Ain't no drink limit.
I'm going.
But hold on. The escape, understanding. I need understanding. That's what floats my boat. Because as long as we understand each other, fuck what the world thinks. We can do what we need to do as long as we have understanding.
Copy.
And that's what makes my relationship works.
Copy. Reed, what's up? Talk to us, big brother.
My love language is physical touch and quality time. Like the physical touch, I like the attention, you know, that my wife gives me. So like I could be walking downstairs and she'll give me one of those physical touches.
Okay.
I'm like,
okay.
You know, okay. I'm like, well, meet me in the on-call room, boo. You know, that's code. You know, and quality time. Yo, we have a good time. I mean, the last time we went out, we was in the Heights for brunch and literally got a little twistito like a Dorito and jumped on those scooters joints, and we were just riding around the Heights, fucking $25 on riding around the Heights for 15 minutes, but it was fun. So quality time is very important because You got to treat each other like you're just dating, even if you're 15 years in a relationship, man.
Hold on. So since you said that, when was the last time you had sex in a public place?
That day we did the bike rebel thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Nasty.
There you go.
So baby, I'm sorry. Baby, I'm sorry.
Shout out to Reem. Reem, good job, brother. Keep spicy, man.
So I'm gonna say this, bottom shelf, in terms of me personally, words of affirmation. I like looking at my phone and seeing a nice message. Hey, what's up? I miss you, something like that. So I want to be loved. Words of affirmation is my thing. You know what I'm saying? So bottom shelf, where you at right now? Where you at with that?
Yeah.
What's your love language, big homie?
I agree 1000% with Mr. Reem. This is me on my Drake shit, on my light skin tip, on my I need physical touch. Yeah. Spicy. You know what I mean? I'm on physical touch and quality time. Cause when you touch that special spot,
what?
But I ain't gonna tell you what it is. You people can't know what it is, cause that spot. Oh Lord.
Please don't tell us what it is.
Oh, come on.
No, you want to know, don't you, Greg?
No, I do not want to know.
Yes, you do.
Yo, I'm still trying to get past the fact that Reem said he got twisted like a Dorito and got on a bike. I'm still trying to hang on to that.
Dorito like a Dorito, better believe it.
And then hopped on a scooter.
Listen, the G spot is not just for ladies. The G spot is also the guy spot. And the guy has a spot. This guy has a spot. I'm not going to tell you, gorgeous, not on camera. But when we cut off.
Wait. Tell Mike in that private conversation when y'all.
But yeah, before we log off, I just want to say, Lorna Lawrence, aka Tiny, I love you. Rest in peace, man. And
yes, sir.
And I'm gonna see you soon, but not too soon. But I'm gonna see you. Keep smiling on everybody. We love you.
And we love you, Steph, for sure.
Love you.
Shizzle.
Alex, talk to us. Alex.
We have the West Spot. So the West Spot member, last thing, we asked you before the camera was rolling who was light skinned. So now that this is the final, this is it now. Now the camera's on, and you at the end of the show, you need to know who we are, who's light skinned.
I'm excited that you literally said that because I was hoping I had a few seconds to touch on that because I have a final analysis of who the light-skinned members of the team look like. So like the lighting changed instantly after a few words. Mike, you are dark.
Nigga.
Gorgeous, you started light. But I think I'm back on the dark with you, okay? So I saved you there. Gift the Gab dark. I think Picasso, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you lighter than Drake for me. And bottom, dark.
Thank you, God.
You know, it's funny because Reem, it's not an insult, but I see light-skinned tendencies. And it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. None of it is coming from any malice. So
I'm lighter than a pair of bottom of the Jordans, baby. I'm light.
Yo, fellas.
That is perfect.
Good show tonight, fellas. Thank you for another episode of Mature Ejaculation.
Hey, Boogie, thanks for coming through.
Always coming through. Happy whatever. Hey, Boogie with the hoodie. Good looking out for making our wet spot. We appreciate you.
Happy Women's Month, Alex.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it was great being on. Appreciate it.
Only you. Only you.